Camila, bobo. Anda para allá, bobo.
Muchachos, welcome back to another live stream here on the SoFlo Soccer channel. My name is Matt, and we are back, boys. We are back with another preview. Hopefully, I'm not too loud. I know my mic is pretty close to my face, but I try to change the setup a little bit. I have a camera in a different spot. I have what's it called? I have a stream deck now. I have like a little bit of a light. I fixed the lighting situation just a little bit, so you know, so we can get a little bit of a. We're looking a little bit more professional nowadays. So hopefully it looks better for you guys. Hopefully it feels better for you guys. And yeah, and I'm very excited to talk more Inter Miami, more Club World Cup. It has been a pretty, I would say a pretty entertaining last couple of days, especially over the weekend. If you guys been tuning in for the rest of the world, the Club World Cup, there's been interesting games. Boca Juniors and Bayern Munich obviously being probably the biggest game that's happened, but we've seen other results as well. We've seen Fluminense getting a win. We saw Chelsea getting up. I don't want to say an ass whooping, but we saw a pretty. It was a pretty tough defeat. I'm going to show you some of the fixtures here now. I mean, like we saw Benfica put sixth, right? We saw Flamengo beat Chelsea. LAFC lost to this team. I believe they're from South like Africa or something. I believe so. Don't quote me on that. But we saw LAFC take. We're still the only MLS team that has gotten a win in this competition. Al Hilal is playing Salzburg right now. Today we saw Real Madrid beat Pachuca. What else? This was a pretty interesting game right here with Dortmund and the Sundowns. I believe they're from Africa. I believe. I don't know. Don't quote me on that one. But it was this game, and for the Red Diamonds, Inter were losing for like the majority of the game, and I think the Diamonds got a goal in the 12th minute, 11th minute. And then Inter managed to score 2 goals in like the last 10 minutes of the game, which is insane. It's absolutely insane. So they got away with that. They got pretty lucky on that. And right now, like I said, Al Hilal is playing. And then later tonight, Man City is going to be playing. Tomorrow's going to be crazy. Tomorrow's going to be crazy. We're going to talk about it. Inter Miami versus Palmeiras, dude. Inter Miami versus Palmeiras. It's this is gonna be the game. This is the most important game of the tournament, obviously. After we tied against Al-Ahly, after we made an historic victory against Porto, the Portuguese Giants, our first ever win in the competition, the only MLS team to win in this competition, the first time an MLS team beat a European team ever in this competition or any FIFA competition, club competition. Dude, like this is like the stage is officially set. The stage is officially set, and I'm very excited for this game. Now, if you guys were here, I got a little bit excited in the post game reaction last time out when we did beat Porto. I essentially said we were guaranteed to go through in the next round, or for the knockout round, round 16 of the Club World Cup. I basically said that. Like I said, I was getting excited. It did look more towards our favor than against our favor, but let's be real here, guys. We are not guaranteed to go to the next round. This game is extremely important. It is very important to get a result out of this. And we're gonna go over the criteria of like what will happen if we win, what will happen if we lose. I'm pretty sure the majority of you guys know what will happen, but we're going to go through that really quickly just to give you guys a little bit more perspective on how important this game is and how important the game for Al-Ahly is against Porto. So let me read the chat before I continue moving on to say hello to you guys. What's up, Mr. Happy? Monkey Man is in the chat saying that it looks good. He's approving the setup. I appreciate it. Chris in the chat saying anything is possible in this tourney. And especially more than ever, I'm going to take this hat off because I'm like really hot. But the European teams in this tournament have like they haven't been performing to standard, and they haven't been playing 100%, which is like, it makes a lot of sense. They're very tired, and we have the South American teams and even the Asian teams, the African teams. They're giving their all. They're giving their 110%. which is making this competition extremely, extremely interesting and very, very unpredictable. You just never know what's going to happen in any game. And we thought literally our first impression of the tournament was we saw Bayern Munich absolutely destroy Auckland FC like 10-0, and then like that's what I thought the rest of the tournament was going to be, but it's not, and I'm glad that it's not that way. So yeah, let me see. Dan is in the chat saying, "What's up? What's up, Dan?" Pablo is saying 2 Argis scored for Inter Milan. 2 Argis? What is that? Oh, Argis like Argentinians. I didn't know we called them Argis now. If we can beat Porto, we can draw against Palmeiras. I would say so. Palmeiras is a difficult team, man. They're a really, really good team, and they're probably, some could argue that they're better than Porto, at least in this tournament. Del Morva's in the chat. Welcome back, Del Morva. Excuse me. Vice Rosa is in here. Palmeiras, here we come. Brad says, isn't Messi low-key injured? I mean, he's been injured for like the last 5 years, dude. Like he's been struggling with that adductor. What is it, on his left leg? But yeah, so that's what Mascherano said. If you guys were here in the post-game reaction last time against Porto, Mascherano did admit that Messi played like essentially with an injury, like in his adductor, like it was really bothering him, but he ended up playing throughout the whole game, which is insane, to be honest. It's very risky, but it showed the dedication that Messi had on the field and made him look good and made Inter Miami look good. At the end of the day, Messi got the winning goal. He had his moment to put Inter Miami up top, and he did it. He accomplished that, and then the rest of the team managed to hold on until the final whistle. So, I mean, just because he was injured or labeled injured by Mascherano, I think that there was just no way that he's going to be missing this game now against Palmeiras. 100%. Don't think he's going to be missing. However, we are going to be missing Ian Frey. Ian Frey is a pretty big loss in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think about it. I didn't tweet about it, but I posted it in the under the community tab here on the channel. Make sure you guys subscribe, turn the notifications on, because I treat YouTube and I treat the communities tab like if I were to treat Twitter. I'm not on Twitter or like as often. I just kind of look at it, but I mainly post updates and things like that on YouTube. So it's easier for you guys. It's all in one spot. It's very, very, very simple. But yeah, we have lost Ian Frey, unfortunately, in that last game. Chelo, there hasn't been a word on Chelo in terms of his injury, like whether he'll be playing or not. But like, let's be real, he's gonna play. He's gonna play. He's probably ready. I don't think it was as serious as Ian Frey's. Like Ian Frey was probably just like it was like reopening the wound or whatever. So keep going, SoFlo. I'm gonna watch you while I do my dishes. Hey, bro, make sure you clean those dishes good, man. I do that all the time. I literally make sure I don't know if it's just me, but I put on like any stream. I'll put on like the Battered Herons. I'll put on like the Drive Pink Dialogue. I'll put on like literally I'll watch like Davo, and like I'll put it right there, and I'll just start doing dishes or I'll start doing chores. It like makes it so much easier, so much nicer. I feel like this tournament is giving me 2023 League Cup vibes. I swear, if we win and get that patch, I'm going to have every player sign it. Oh, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. The voice is too low. My voice is too low. Maybe this should be better. Before it was a little too high, but I guess I made it a little too low. So I put it up a little bit. So let me know if that's good for you. It's his right leg. Oh, no. It's his right leg this time. God damn it. God damn it, dude. Cringe says, Ian Frey is a major issue. I don't trust Lujan. Let's talk a little bit about Lujan before we get into the actual game itself. Since we're talking about like player updates, we're talking about Messi, we're talking about Ian Frey. Lujan has not convinced a lot of fans, a lot of Inter Miami fans, a lot of Inter Miami supporters. He has unfortunately not won us over yet. And that's a huge problem because we're going into arguably the biggest game of our season, the biggest game of the tournament so far. And now we're gonna have to play Lujan, somebody that has not been or has been consistently average or below average, and he hasn't really been giving us anything stand out or anything like excited about. If Lujan does play, then we just have to kind of hope for the best, cross our fingers, hope for the best. I know that I remember in the post game reaction, a lot of people were not really convinced of Lujan, and everybody was like, "Yeah, like no Lujan, please don't do Lujan, don't do Lujan." Am I making this tighter? Because it's like very loose. I guess not. I don't know. Anyway, Chilo has been going unnoticed. He's been playing good. Not gonna lie. Yeah. So I mean, like Chilo has been pretty consistent for a while now. I think for at least a couple of weeks, and I do have to give him his flowers. I honestly, and if you guys have been here for if you guys have been here for a while, I've been the biggest Chelo hater, but I have admitted and I have put my hands up in the last couple, I don't want to say weeks, months, I don't know, but it's been like a really long time, and I definitely admitted that Chelo has been playing a lot better, and he definitely deserves to play more if he continues the way that he does in this form, that he's been in. I think that defense is going to be an interesting thing going into the Palmeiras game, Palmeiras being a very physical team, a very quick team, aggressive team. Our defense is definitely going to need to step up. Our midfield is definitely going to need to step up. And losing Ian Frey, having somebody like Lujan is not really convincing. If we do have Maxi Falcon, if we have somebody like Toto Aviles, then maybe I think we could have a chance as the two center back partnership. I wouldn't be surprised if Noah Allen hits the bench. How bad is the Ian Frey injury? It's bad for the tournament. I don't know about the season. So it's very unlikely. He's very, very doubtful for the rest of the tournament. Definitely he's not going to play in this next game against Palmeiras, but he's for sure, and like he's most likely, in my opinion, he's most likely out for the rest of the tournament. For the rest of the MLS season, I don't know. They haven't, like, the club has not given us information on that. But in my opinion, he'll definitely be out at least until maybe after the Leagues Cup. I think after the Leagues Cup, we'll probably see him start to return at minimum. That's my prediction on it. But no, it is pretty serious, at least for this summer. Let me look at your guys' comments before we do some other player updates. And I also want to pull up some some news that Inter Miami journalists do be posting and trying to keep us up to date on that sort of thing, so I can show you guys, like, I can give you guys a visual instead of just like me yapping. If we bought Baltasar, Falcon, Lujan for CONMEBOL clubs, then Lujan has this one shot to redeem himself. If he messes up, then it's done for him. I absolutely agree. Absolutely. Well, I don't know about done for him. Is he on loan? No, we bought him permanently. So, nah, I don't know. At least not with Mascherano in charge. Why not give Delmer Martinez a contract? Oh, that's okay. Bro, on his review, without money, you have brought, yeah, this is a good point. I'm glad you brought this up, because I did post this earlier today, and I'll show you guys now. I posted it on, like I said, in the communities tab. That's how I keep you guys updated. But Martinez, Dauro Martinez, is not confirmed, not going to be joining Inter Miami permanently after this season. He will return to River Plate in Argentina, and where he will either continue his career there or he moves elsewhere. And at that point, it's just up to him. But let me show you guys that so you can see that. I put it right here. Inter Miami announced yesterday. This was announced yesterday. Inter Miami announced yesterday that it will not activate the purchase option of Dauro Martinez. The left-handed center back will return to the River Plate in Argentina, and it is reported that he has proposals on the table from other clubs. Is this a big loss for Miami? Guys, let me know right now. Do you guys think this is a big loss for Inter Miami? Would you rather have Dauro Martinez stay? Do you think it was a mistake, not making his move permanent? Are you happy about this deal? If you were to ask me, I'm unhappy. Like, I'm not excited about it, but I'm not mad about it, if that makes sense. So I think we still have the rest of the season to go, right? So it's not like we're losing him right now. I'm pretty sure like he's gonna be here for until the end of the season. It's just that if we're gonna let David Martinez go, which I don't have a problem with, but if we're gonna let him go, then we're gonna need a replacement. We're gonna need, and like not just like any replacement, like we're gonna need like a pretty like good replacement for David Martinez, because we can't have another player that's similar in play style. Like we can't have like another Maxi Falcon or like another Toto Aviles, whatever. Like we're gonna need a left-sided center back that can, that's quick, that's tall, that has that build, that has that like, that's got good physicality, and that could really, really, just have that presence in the back line, aka like Sergio Ramos, essentially. But so I don't know. Let me know what you guys think right now. Cringe says he's not happy, but he's a solid substitute. David Martinez has been doing well for us off the bench recently in recent games. In the very limited, excuse me, I'm so sorry. In the very limited amount of minutes that he's been given for Inter Miami, he did fine. Like I thought he did rather well, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I think I don't know. I mean, like obviously Javier Mascherano is not a big fan of him. If not, he would be getting more playtime. But I don't know. I don't know exactly what it is that Javier Mascherano doesn't like, or maybe doesn't see a reason to keep him with the other players that we have, or I don't know. Maybe he has somebody else in mind that he wants to bring in. I'm not really sure, but Martinez is definitely replaceable. Like no doubt. I'm not saying that. Like I'm not saying like this is a big loss that we should be worried, etc., etc., etc. He's definitely replaceable, but it has to be the right guy. Like we need to get a really, really, really good replacement for him. Martinez, nobody can be replaced now by far in defense, but he is injury prone. Lujan or David Martinez? Lujan or David Martinez? Definitely. I'd prefer David Martinez. As much as I don't like how bad Suarez play. Okay, no, we'll talk about Suarez in a second. Because there has been a lot of Suarez comments. Cringe says our team is slowly but surely dwindling without any new signings. Do you have any news on new signings or new potential signings? No, there's no like concrete or even rumors of anymore about signings or people that we could potentially be bringing in. That has long passed. Probably after the World Cup, maybe we'll be relinked with a lot of players. I know that we were linked with Brian Rodriguez, which is something that we've talked about on the channel for a couple of videos now. But there is no, and we did like a whole video on like who we could bring in, fun. We did like fun players. We did like maybe potential like actual players that we could bring like realistic signings. We had a whole video on that. So it's so unfortunately, no, we didn't have. I don't think the club were planning on bringing anybody in, especially in that like 10-day window before the Club World Cup. But maybe in the secondary window, we could make a move happen. We just have to see. Otamendi's contract with Benfica is ending very soon, so maybe we'll have another. I banged my desk. Maybe we'll have another World Cup winner on our roster. That would be ideal. That would be absolutely ideal. And honestly, that's a very realistic signing. Even though, he's like 30 something. He's like 38, I believe. Like I think him and Messi are around the same age. Even though he's been doing very, very well for Benfica. Captain, one of the captains for the Argentinian national team, still plays for the Argentinian national team. He played with Mascherano, or he was the captain in the U20s in the Olympics under Mascherano. So clearly Mascherano has a lot of faith in him and sees him as a leader. And I think that would be very, very useful for a team like Inter Miami. Maybe for at least a season. I think for a season with Otamendi, I think would be very, very helpful. But anyway, Let's talk about Luis Suarez a little bit, because a lot of people have been hating on Luis Suarez recently. And I don't want to say I don't know why, because I obviously do know why. And it's like for the exact same reasons that people have been hating on him since he's joined this club. But I think it's going a little bit too far. I think it's going a little bit too far in the sense that if we really look at Luis Suarez, right? Like if we really look at Luis Suarez, yes, he doesn't. Yeah, he's not like scoring every game. He's not sprinting for 90 minutes. Sure, maybe he'll mess up on occasion, right? But at the end of the day, like, this is Luis freaking Suarez that we're talking about here. First of all, he's never going to get benched unless, God forbid, knock on wood, he gets like injured and gets seriously hurt. But he's never going to get benched. He's a world-class striker. I understand that he's pushing 40, essentially, and he doesn't have it like he used to, but he's still Luis Suarez. He still knows the game. The way that he reads plays, the way that he tries to get into position when we do on the attack is still at a good level. And when you compare that to the rest of the rest of the teams in our group in the Club World Cup, you could still put him up there. I understand, like I said before, I understand he doesn't run for 90 minutes, but he doesn't have to run for 90 minutes. Messi doesn't run for 90 minutes. Nobody runs for 90 minutes. Like Messi doesn't run for 90 minutes. Bushi doesn't run for 90 minutes, and they still play very well. So I think with the quality of Suarez, I think that he can still bring a lot of good to the table, and still contribute pretty heavily to this team. I'm gonna back Suarez because I remember I used to be not a big Suarez hater, but I would doubt him a lot. And I think it's time to stop doubting. I think it's time to instead get his back, or get behind him, support him, hope that he does the best, see the effort that he puts in, see him putting plays together, see him put passes together, see him run into the space, see him take shots. If he's doing all that, then he's doing his job. If he's doing all that, he's doing his job. Yes, the striker's job is also to score goals, but you're not going to score a goal, 2 goals every single game. If he gets involved, Yeah, I agree, Matt. His experience and connection with Messi is unmatched. He's still good, but inconsistent. Yeah, he's inconsistent, but there's no player on the face of this earth that is going to play 100%. Like, there's no player on this earth that plays their top game every single game. He's going to have his downs. He's going to have his bad games. He's going to have his good games. We just have to back him. We have to back him. We have to support him. His connections with Messi, his experience playing this beautiful game, it's unmatched with a lot of other strikers and players from any other team. But let's just chill with the Suarez hate. Let's chill with the Suarez hate unless he bites somebody else, or you know what I'm saying? Unless he bites somebody, or unless he gets like a red card doing some dumb shit, then sure, then you can hate on him all you want. But him giving us his 100% every game in the best possible way, I don't think that he deserves to get hate for that, if that makes sense. So, let me see. Okay. What other, let me see. I think that's all the individual player news that I think we can have, or that we have. We talked about David Martinez. We talked about, David Martinez is available for selection, by the way. So, we have David Martinez. We talked about David Martinez. We talked about Luis Suarez. We talked about Ian Frey. Everybody else that should be available is available. Now I think that's essentially it. Oh, no. Let's talk about Messi for 2 seconds. Let's just briefly talk about this. I posted this a couple of days ago on the YouTube community tab. But Lionel Messi, or it is reported that Lionel Messi is planning to announce his renewal very, very soon, and extend his contract to December of 2026. This happened. Oh, this was yesterday. I guess yesterday, 2 days ago. All parties want the extension. Paperwork across all parties, including Apple, is to be finalized, and this was reported by Claudio on X. Highly recommend that you follow him. He does really, really good. Argentinian journalist, does reports all things to Miami and even the national team. So highly recommend you follow him on Twitter. I just wanted to bring this up. I just wanted to mention this. 2 seconds. We're not going to spend too much time on this because it's just another Messi headline. I don't want to be that guy with the Messi headlines, but apparently they're working it out. We'll probably hear something after the Club World Cup, maybe even after Leagues Cup, maybe by the probably like I'm predicting at least like the latest we'll hear something is the end of the summertime. I'm predicting because I don't think they'll wait until December of this year to announce it. Highly doubt it because now it's like now everybody's renewing, like all like the season ticket members and stuff, like they're renewing. All the new fans and customers are getting their season tickets for the new stadium. So I highly doubt that they'll wait until the end of the year. So I'm predicting that at the end of December or end of the summer, we'll be hearing something or more of an update on that. Okay. Let's look at the group, guys, shall we? Let's look at the group. We are in Group A, obviously. We have Palmeiras in first place with 4 points. We are tied in second place with 4 points as well. We are down on goal difference by 1. Porto is sitting in third with 1 point, -1 goal difference. Okay. ALL is sitting with 1 point, -2 goal difference. Okay. This is important, right? This is very, very important because we all need to pay attention right now. This game, there's a lot of outcomes that can happen out of this game. Which can result in us either getting knocked out or us going through. And we're gonna go through the different scenarios right now. Well, you guys are talking about a lot of different things in the comments. Yannick is still injured. Lynn. I see Messi really wants to. Oh, good. We're re-signing the GOAT. Okay, and this is like other things. Oh, I want to ask, do you think Fanatics will sell jerseys with the Herons logo on the numbers? No. Herons logo on the numbers? I don't think so. No, I think in the Fanatics stores, like physical stores, I think they only have the MLS logo on the numbers. Okay, anyway, we need that draw and we're through plus the bands. Okay. So I have this website, okay? I have this website here. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger for you guys. I have this website that we can use to determine like how, like the different outcomes. I don't know how reliable this website is, but I saw Davo use it and I'm like, you know what? If he's using it, we're using it. So we're going to, here, I'm going to move myself to the other side really quickly. Actually, I'm going to put myself over here. Okay. Let me flip. How do I flip? Guys, how do I flip? There we go. Flip. Okay. Okay. This is not our group. This is Group B. There we go. This is our group. Okay. I'm going to make myself a little bit bigger here. Okay. Let's go for a draw and let's hope Botafogo beats Atletico Madrid, and so that we can play them in the next round. Okay. So we have here Palmeiras versus. We can actually put. Look, this is how it works. We can put results in these spaces right here, and it'll like calculate if we go through or not. So, to my understanding, any win that we get against Palmeiras, and then Porto wins as well. If I hit calculate, we go through no matter what. If we win, no matter what the result is for the Porto game, it could be 1-1. Porto can lose, obviously, and we go through first place no matter what. Okay? That's not the problem. So if we win, we're through. And we'll be through in first place. Now, if we tie, let's say we tie 1-1, and Porto win by 1 goal, we go through second place. Okay? On just pure result. Okay? I think if they win by more, the draw keeps us alive. If we draw and Porto win, okay? Now, if we draw, okay, stay with me here. If we draw and Porto lose to Al-Ahly by 1, we're still through. Al-Ahly goes up, okay? Now, if we lose, Al-Ahly win, and Al-Ahly win by, I think it's a 2-goal margin. No, 3-goal margin. Then we're out. So Al-Ahly can't win by 3. Al-Ahly can't. If we lose to Palmeiras, well, I guess it also depends on our scoreline, because if we lose by 2, then a 2-goal, yeah, that would still work. So we can't lose by more than 2 goals, essentially, is what we're saying. We can't give up this goal difference. We can't give up the goal difference that we have. We have a +1 goal difference. We can't give that up. Because if Al-Ahly manages to win and manages to beat Porto by 3 goals, and we end up either losing 1-0 or... what does a tie do? So if we tie 1-1 and Al-Ahly win like 3-0... Oh, no, we're through. Oh, yeah, no, we're through 1 point. Okay, cool. So, yeah, we just can't lose. We just have to tie. We have to tie. Did I already do this? If Porto win 3-0, yeah. So, yeah, a tie or a win essentially guarantees us through to the next round. It's the loss that we have to worry about. If we lose, let's say 3-0, this is like worst case scenario. We lose like by 3 goals or more. And Porto, let's say Porto put 3 past Al-Ahly. We're gone by goal difference. We're gone on goal difference. I think it's 2 as well. So yeah, we can't. If we are going to lose, we can't lose by more than 2 goals. I think we can afford. Oh no, we can't even afford to lose by 1. No, if we do lose by 1, and the goal difference is the same, I think we end up going through because of head-to-head. So ignore that part. But yeah, no, there's a lot of different outcomes. There's a lot of different outcomes that can come out of this. Imagine the MLS team winning this group. Huge push for MLS. No, 100% agree on that. And it's not just, I mean, like, we are already making history being the only MLS team to win a game in this competition. We are the only MLS team in this competition to win a game, which is historic. Absolutely historic. It would be a big fumble, but I do believe that Miami can keep it to a 1 goal if it plays at least 3 halves. What do you mean? Keep it to 1 goal if it plays like in the last 3. Oh, in the last 3 halves. I got it. Never mind. I got it, Ruben. Yeah, so okay, I don't want to jinx us. I'm going to knock on wood, but I find it very, very difficult to believe that we're going to lose by 3 against Palmeiras. I think, like, I don't know what you guys think. I find it, like, very, very unlikely that we will lose to Palmeiras by 3 or more goals. Highly doubt it. If we were to lose, I think it'll be by 2 goals max. Max. Absolute max. But I don't know. It obviously is going to depend on the day and how Palmeiras shows up. But I just don't see us conceding 3 or losing by 3, I should say. Losing by 3. If we lose 3-1, it's still 2 goal difference. So I would be ecstatic if we pass the group stage and face either PSG or Atletico. Well, guys, that is another thing too. I mean, that isn't guaranteed too. We can still play Botafogo, which is interesting because if we go back to this, if we go back to this, if Seattle are definitely going to lose respectfully to Seattle. Let's say Atletico Madrid beat Botafogo, let's say 2-0, and PSG beat Seattle 4-0. They're gone. Atletico Madrid are through on goal difference. They're through on goal difference. If Atletico Madrid, if Botafogo score, at least score a goal, they're through. So the margin, so it for Botafogo to go through, to my understanding, they have to at least score. Like they have to at least score and lose by what, less than about goal margin. If they have a 2-goal margin, I guess if they, like, let's say they lose 3-1, and then like PSG beat Seattle 2 or like 2-0 or 1-0. Let's see what that does. And it doesn't do much. Yeah, no. So they have to, because PSG are gonna win no matter what. Like I'm not even predicting a world where PSG loses or ties to Seattle Sounders. Like I'm not predicting a world where that's like a possibility. So I guess the only thing, let's just put 2-0 for now for PSG. Atletico Madrid, if they beat them 1-0, they're obviously through. And they'll be through top of the table. Like if let's say Botafogo beat Atletico Madrid 1-0, Botafogo are going to be first place. So that means if we end up in second place, we play Botafogo. If we end up in first place, then we play PSG. Right? And if Botafogo, let's say, loses 3-1, Botafogo are out on goal difference. Let's just say that's not the case, and they end up in second place. Then if we are in second place, if we finish second place, Inter Miami finish second place, then we play PSG. If we end up in first place, then we play Botafogo. So I don't know what you guys would rather prefer. Like, would you rather play? I mean, like, I know this is thinking really far ahead, but it's like you have that possibility. Like, Botafogo are still very well in it, and Atletico Madrid are at huge, huge risk of not going through to the next round, which would be a really big failure. A really, really, really big failure for that team. Obviously, because being from Europe and losing to a team or not qualifying due to a Brazilian team, it'd be huge for Brazil and Botafogo fans. It'd suck for Atleti fans. It'd be suck for European football because the European teams have just not been living up to their own standards in this tournament. So if we lose by 1 goal and Al Ahly win by 1 goal, we're still through. I believe so. It gets a little bit confusing. So if we, let's say Al Ahly, I'm gonna put the screen back up. Oh, that's not it. If we lose by 1 and Al Ahly win by 1, we are through. We are through. We are through on the goal difference. Because remember, we tied to Al Ahly. So we're through on goal difference. So yes. Counterattack, Inter Miami, we won. First criteria is head-to-head. We only out if we lose. If lose 2 or 3 to... Huh? First criteria is head-to-head, but we only lose... What? Well, I can't read. Head-to-head. We only out if lose 2-0 or 3-0 to Al Ahly, and we lose 2. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Only if Al Hilal wins and we lose, we can still tie. 2 minutes of silence for 2 minutes of silence for Atletico Madrid. Bro, it's too early. It's too early. But no, yeah, it's they did bring it down to the wire. To the wire. I'd rather play Botafogo. We need to see Gregory again, and he's actually playing good. Yeah. Shout out to Gregory, dude. So, okay. I know you guys are talking about the head-to-head thing. So, if we lose to Palmeiras and Al Ahly defeats Porto, then that means we'll have equal points. Right? Let me go back to it. Let's say we lose to... This is by... here. Because, yes, it's head-to-head. But in this case, head-to-head is canceled because it's a tie. No? Because we tied 0-0 to Al Ahly. So if ALL wins 2-0, then it's 0-0 on goal difference. It's 0-0. It's we have to skip by goal difference, skip by head to head, and then I think it goes to goals scored. Right here, look, I have the conditions up. If we, look, the first priority is head to head. Then it's superior goal difference resulting from the group matches between the teams concerned. So goal difference. Then it's the number of goals scored. Then it's goal difference in all group matches. Superior goal difference in all, whatever that means. Oh, in all of them, for all of the teams in the group. So we have goal difference between the two teams in question, and then we have goal difference between all the teams in the group. Then it's number of goals scored in all groups. Then it's disciplinary record, and then it's draw by, which we're not going to get to that point. But it's going to be up to either goal difference and then goals scored. So if we go back here, if we lose 1-0 and ALL win 2-0, the goal difference is going to be 0. The head-to-head is going to be canceled out. So then it's going to go to goals scored, which is 2 each. Right? But if ALL, I don't know. Yeah, which is 2 each. Then what would be the next one? Superior goal difference in all matches, which I think would be tied as well. So then I think it would go to freaking... I think it would go to fucking discipline if that's the case. No? It would go to disciplinary record. If we're tied on goals scored, if we're tied on goal difference, we're tied on head-to-head, I think it would just go to discipline. That's fucking crazy. And we'd probably get knocked out because of disciplinary issues, no? That's fucking ridiculous. That'd be actually insane, no? That is the most Inter Miami thing to happen. You said Michelle Kaufman shared the criteria on Twitter. Let's see if it makes more sense, because I feel like I'm not making sense to a lot of people. If you have a link to it and you want to share it with me, that'd be great. I'm looking at her account right now. Dude, for real, is not goal difference. It's head to head. Yes, but the head to head with ALL, we tied against ALL. We beat if Porto, if we have the same amount of points as Porto, then it would be head to head, and then we would go through head to head because we won. But if it's head to head with ALL, then we're tied. Because we tied. We didn't win. What time is the game on Monday? It's 9 p.m. Eastern time. We have too many yellow cards. Yeah. The only solution to win against Palmeiras is counterattack. If that's the case, then we're probably fucking screwed. Let's be real. So look, talking more about the game. Okay, look, at the end of the day, let's just end the whole like scenario conversation with this. At the end of the day, we need to we tie, but it's heads. It's too much. All right, look, at the end of the day, to put that convo to rest, we need to tie. Let's not lose. We can't lose. Just don't lose. If we don't lose, we're essentially through. Okay? Let's not plan to lose against Palmeiras. Let's try to tie. If we can win it, that'd be amazing. That'd be fantastic. We'll go top of the group and possibly be playing Botafogo in the round of 16. So yeah, let's just end it right there. Let's end it right there. Okay. Let's talk about how we can play this game, how we can line up against Palmeiras tomorrow. It's gonna be crazy, right? Because they're playing here at the Hard Rock. 9 p.m. kickoff. Stadium is gonna be packed. A lot of Palmeiras fans. There's probably gonna be more Palmeiras fans than Inter Miami fans. So that kind of goes against us a little bit. But we've played in the stadium before. We're used to the environment. We essentially know how Palmeiras is going to be playing. like I said, physical, speed, very very aggressive. Um, they're gonna probably be dominating the game, and they'll probably be holding a lot of possession. I, I think we're gonna try to hold possession, but I think for some reason I just feel like Palmeiras is gonna be like the protagonist of this game, and if that's the case, then we have to do the same thing we did against freaking Porto, bro. Because what we did against Porto was like literally the reason why we beat Porto was because of the Messi moment. And if we can have another moment like that, not saying of like a free kick outside the box and like just hope Messi fucking bangs it in, but I'm saying in the fact that if we could take advantage of that, take advantage of moments like that for Inter Miami, um, to win, then I think we can hit it. Which is essentially not luck, but we need to be more critical, uh, more precise, I guess. Like when we have an opportunity in front of goal, like we really, really, really need to take advantage of it. But we did well. I thought we did well against Porto because like Porto, the only goal that Porto scored against, like the only goal that we allowed against Porto was the penalty kick very early on in the game. And so defensively we did good. And even though I think I'm trying to look at how many shots they had, I think they had a lot of shots. They had Porto had 14 shots in total that game, and we didn't let a single one in. We had they went wide, hit off the post. We had a couple saves. We didn't let any of the 14 shots go in. If we can do the same thing with Palmeiras, I think we're going to be in a fantastic spot. And I highly rate our chances. I think we can this is 100% a winnable game. And at minimum, we can tie. If we lose, it's going to be very, very, very rough. And I think it'll be a little bit disappointing, especially if we lose more by a 2-goal margin. I like I said, I don't see this team losing by more than 2 goals. If we lose by more than 2, like we had a very, very bad day at the office. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cringe says, I don't see Porto losing. They're probably getting cooked by the Portuguese media after losing to Inter Miami. They'll come out hard. Yeah, so I don't want to say I guarantee it, but I almost guarantee that Porto are going to be beating Al Hilal. I think both teams are going to be playing hard because both teams can still go through. I think Al Hilal can still go through. I think Al Hilal can still go through. Depending on the margin, but if they win by like a lot of goals, I think. But I think Porto are gonna come at them harder. They're gonna want to win the game, and I think they have the talent to do so to get out of here. LAFC out of the FIFA Club World Cup before us. Yep, and Seattle Sounders are out as well. So all the MLS teams are out of the Club World Cup, and we are talking about whether we'll finish first or second. So that just shows you, man. That just shows you. Put a Bando and bench Suarez. We can easily score 4 or 5 goals. Bro, I swear you say this in every live stream we do. I swear you say this in every live stream. The Brazilian crowds have been absolutely insane. But bar one of the best. Bar none the best. Bar none the best? I don't know. We can win if our defense steps up forward. We have Messi. Enough said. Yeah, so like I said, I said this before. I think the defense is going to be a huge point in this game, and it has been for the last 2 games in the group stage. Our defense has saved us with Ustadi making a lot of saves in that first game against Al Ahly. Like I said, our defense was holding up very well against the Porto attack. And now that I feel like Palmeiras is going to be playing somewhat similar in terms of very offensive, very attacking. They're going to try to get a lot of shots off. We're going to have to do our very best to just not let that ball go in the back of the net, which I know sounds kind of dumb because it's like, oh, duh. Obviously, you don't want them to score, but it's like if we let 1 in, if we let 2 in, we might get discouraged after 2. For 1, I think we could still fight. With 2, I'm afraid that the team might get discouraged. And then we'll kind of just let things slip and the, you know, como se va de los manos, right? Like it'll be out of our hands, out of our control. So I'm hoping, like I said, I think that tomorrow is a very, very winnable game. I think that we could definitely definitely at least like play really, really, really hard. And like I said, it's not about playing good for the whole 90. Like we have it as in, and we should know this by now as Inter Miami fans. We are not a team that is known to play well in general for a full 90 minutes. We are a team that can score, that can win, can take advantage, can be clinical in certain moments of the game, um, and take advantage of certain opportunities that are given to us uh, throughout the match. And we've shown that against Porto. We've almost showed that against ALL when we had like 2-3 chances or something that we could have put away, and we almost did, but we didn't. If that happens against Palmeiras, I'm telling you, man, we can score 2. I think we could score 2 for sure. In terms of how we're going to be lining up, Ostadi, I think, is going to be in net, obviously, with the back 4. I think it's going to be Jordi Alba. I think that Noah Allen's going to sit this one out. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think Noah Allen's going to sit this one out. I think it's going to be Toto Aviles with Maxi Falcon. I think Chelo Ingant is going to be at the right back position for the midfield. I'm going to say Busquets. And then, I mean, honestly, let me think here. I've been liking Kremaski. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been liking Kremaski a little bit. In this tournament, I think he's stepped up in the last game against Porto, and I wouldn't mind seeing him again in the midfield next to Busi. With that being said, we gotta put Ashende, we gotta put Telasco Segovia, and then Messi Suarez up top. Essentially, the same lineup that we went in with against Porto is how we should be going into this game. I just don't. The only real doubt I think is the Noah Allen thing. I think that's like the only real doubt that I have. Like we're probably going to be seeing Jordi Alba, Toto Aviles, Maxi Falcon, and Cello. If we do see Noah over Toto, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I would be wary of the physical battle that he'll have to fight off against against like Vitor Roque. I think that'll be pretty tough for him. I definitely think he can manage, but you know, playing against players like Vitor Roque, playing against Estevao, against Vega, you know, they have a lot of players, man. They have a lot of good players, Palmeiras. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. I don't know who you guys would have or would rather have at that center back spot. Would you rather have Noah? Would you rather have Toto Aviles? I wouldn't prefer one of the other. I just really hope whoever does just like plays good. And for the rest of, like I said, for the rest of the team, I honestly don't see Mascherano make any changes. Like I highly doubt that he'll put players like, I don't know, like Fafa, or I don't know, like yeah, like quite literally anybody else. So let's see. We need Segovia and Ashende on point this game. I have a feeling Palmeiras will suffocate Messi, and Busi needs to trust the other players. There's going to be a lot of open space. Excuse me. If that's the case, then it's going to be very predictable, right? Because I think at this point, we should be prepared for teams to gang up on Messi. We should, like, that should be expected. And if we see that happening, if like the team sees that happening, then there needs to be a game plan on that. There has to be. If Messi's going to get double teamed all game, if he's going to get crowded all game, we need to be prepared for that. Make dummy plays, and I've said this time and time again. Make dummy runs, have Messi bait them out to the wing. It'll leave space in the middle for Kremaski, for whoever, Ashende, whoever's gonna be there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Noah center back, says Soccer Daddy. Cheto disaster class incoming, says Casar. Baby Erico says asked ChatGPT yesterday and the reply is no matter what the result is, Inter Miami will proceed to the round of 16. Well, that's not right. It's not, completely right. That's what I thought. Yes, not yesterday, but in the post game reaction we did after the Porto game, that's what I thought. I thought we were just essentially guaranteed, but it's not technically a guaranteed. If we lose, there's still a chance for us to not qualify. If we lose, but that just means if we lose, then that means like there has to be like a crazy result in the other game against Porto and ALL, excuse me. Credit to our goalkeeper. He has been stepping up lately. He's keeping us in games. Excuse me. Yeah, no. Ustari is having a tournament. You know, a really, really good tournament. He's definitely, like he said, he's definitely stepped up in that first game. In the second game against Porto, he was not quiet, but he hasn't really made a lot of saves. We got just really not lucky, but like we just played a really good defensive game. Obviously, we had like that goal line clearance from Falcon, which honestly saved our ass. I think like Ustari only registered one save in that whole game, but no, I definitely agree that Ustari has been doing very well in this competition. Gustavo wants to see Fafa play more. He wants to get more minutes. Yeah, I think it'd be. I think Fafa is always, not always, but he's now like gonna be like essentially the bench player and the rotational player coming off the bench, trying to make an impact off the bench. We'll see if that's the case tomorrow, but I don't know. Frey's out for the months, best case scenario. Otherwise, 2 to 3 months. Sure. Fafa should play more. I shouldn't not understand Messi much. Why is Baltasar not playing too? Baltasar is still recovering from his injury. I don't think they just kind of want to throw him in there. I mean, we might see him tomorrow, but I I don't know. I doubt it a little bit. And in terms of with Ashende, Ashende didn't have a good game last time. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm pretty sure I said that. But I don't want to just completely like, I don't know. Like I still have the faith and trust in Ashende that he can make a difference if he really wants to, because we've seen him play good in the past, and we've seen him have his bad games, we've seen him have his good games, but I think having him on the field really is a good benefit for us. We just have to hopefully see him play a good game. But anyways, so yeah, guys, tomorrow Inter Miami versus Palmeiras, the last game of the group stage to determine if we qualify and whether we end up finishing in first or second place in Group A, potentially facing teams like Atletico Madrid, PSG, or Botafogo from Group B. The game is 9 p.m. tomorrow. I'm still going to do a post-game reaction. I have work before the game, but I'm pretty sure I'll be back just in time to watch it from beginning to end. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys have your notification bell turned on, because I will be going live. It'll probably be around 11 o'clock or whatever time the game ends. That is when I'll be live. So I'll probably go live maybe a minute or two before the final whistle, so you guys can like get in here and like we'll set up and we'll kind of experience that last minute together. But yeah, I'm very, very, very excited for tomorrow. I have so much faith in this team. I definitely believe that we can win it. And I think that we're going to be going through to the round of 16. Hopefully, knock on wood again, I don't jinx it, but I think we're going to be good. I think we're going to be fine, and we're going to go to the next round. But predictions before I almost forgot. Predictions of the score lines before we get out of here. What do you guys think the final score is going to be for tomorrow's game? Last game of the group stage against Palmeiras. A win guarantees us first place in the group. A tie puts us in second, and a loss will put us in second and possibly knocked out, but let's just say second. I genuinely believe that we can win. I genuinely believe that we can win. A tie would be okay, a little bit risky, but I think this game is so winnable. I think we're gonna win. I think we're going to win 2-1. I think we're going to win. I think we're going to win 2-1. And I don't think that's a bad guess at all. I don't think that's a bad prediction at all. Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments down below. We have Miami King saying 1-1. Luca as well saying 1-1. Soccer Daddy as well. Damn, okay, that's 3 in a row. That says 1-1. So Soccer Daddy, Miami King, and Luca all believe that we're going to tie 1-1. AZ Rebellion says 2-1 Inter Miami. Gustavo says 2-1 Inter Miami. Palmeiras is going to score. Unfortunately, I do see Palmeiras scoring. That I do see. They haven't. They're the only team in this group that hasn't conceded a goal yet. So, but I think that I definitely think that we can score them. Ruben thinks that Palmeiras is going to win 2-1. Okay, that's not a, very risky. It's not a bad. I'm not saying it's a bad guess, but it does put us in a really rough spot because then we'll have to depend and rely on the result for the other game, Porto versus ALL. I don't know the score, but it's going to give us the game. But Suarez is going to give us the game-winning goal. I like that. Time is better if we win, we get a tie is better if we win, we get PSG. Miami lose 4-1, says Mr. Happy. That is a crazy, crazy freaking prediction. I really hope you're wrong with that one. Hernan says 2-2. Kenneth says 1-0. Okay. I'm liking it. I'm liking these predictions. These are very realistic predictions. I just really hope, Mr. Happy, like respectfully, I really hope that you're wrong and we don't lose 4-1. But I really appreciate your guys' predictions. Amen. It's gonna be a crazy game. Make sure you guys are there for it. Remember, 9 p.m. Eastern on dasin.com. I'm gonna be going live after the game. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Like the video or like the live stream if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Make sure to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a time I go live or post any videos or updates on this channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow around 10:30, 11 o'clock for the post-game reaction. Inter versus Palmeiras. We're not done yet, boys. Oof. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Bye, Miami.
Camera, bobo.